Bitcoin is sitting around $60,000, a level many traders see as a make or break level. Historically, bear markets have ended after 77% to 85% declines, but this cycle is only down about 54% so far. Bulls argue institutional adoption and ETFs have changed the old 4-year cycle, while bears say the worst is still ahead. Meanwhile, IBIT options are pricing just 52% implied volatility. Surprisingly calm given forecasts that range from 42K to 250K in Bitcoin price. So the real question is, are options underpricing one of Bitcoin's biggest inflection point in years? Let's check it out on today's episode of Options Math Check. So Jermal, I know we have been trading IBIT, we've been trading Bitcoin, we've even been dabbling in MicroStrategy. And it feels like nobody wants to touch this thing, but we've talked about this before. Like maybe that's the time to get in.
Exactly that. Look, I mean, I'm not really here to debate whether or not Bitcoin is something that's viable, or something we're going to have in 100 years, or where Bitcoin is, or all that. I really don't know. I mean, that's there's a lot of people who want to debate that. It's a non-traditional asset. It is what it is. And so as a result, I'm trading it in that way. And I've tried to find ways to get long at these levels. I've done it via the short puts in IBIT. I haven't added to any personal Bitcoin positions though, which is interesting. I probably should think about doing more of that, but it's mostly been the trading in IBIT more recently. And the personal, I should say, I haven't added to personal Bitcoin positions, but I've done everything via IBIT. And so in a personal account, I've gone out and leaps and I've done a long call in IBIT. In the trading account that we trade every day, I have short puts. I just told you the other day, this happened on Friday. I was short the August 35 put in Bitcoin and stock dropped to 32, I think on Thursday. And overnight, I was assigned on 100 shares. There was $200 of worth extrinsic value in the call on the other side. That is a mistake. Like somebody made a mistake in assigning me on that put. I will take that all day long, sure. And to your point, I just immediately sold the put again, as you mentioned to me that happened to you once before. So I don't know what that means. I think it means that there's some people that are panicking out there, honestly, right now because of where the stock is, and understandably so, and all the negative sentiment that's around Bitcoin and MicroStrategies, as it were. But I find this, I find the price point, and you're talking about IBIT at $33. I find that very attractive, and I think it's worth taking a shot.
Yeah, I agree. I think at $33 per share, when it comes to IBIT specifically, you have the ability to participate in a really small way. And even though IV ranks at 37 on the lower end, when you look at the actual implied volatility for all of these cycles, it's still in the 50s, which is healthy for premium selling opportunities. We have a handful of positions in here, but I did want to look at August 1st December. I think this is really interesting. So IBIT is likely going to open right around 34. And if we look at August, looking at the 30 strike put, 4 points out of the money, and then you look at the 38 strike call, 4 points out of the money, there is a significantly higher probability of being in the money to the downside based on current implied volatility. And you have a little bit of put skew here, which is really interesting. I think this is the first time I've seen put skew in IBIT. Yeah. I'm sure it's been here for a little bit, but I haven't looked. But
me neither.
Really interesting to see put skew because traditionally you've had call skew in Bitcoin products because of their propensity to make big moves to the upside in short periods of time, which is similar to like Micron and all these other tech stocks that have been just going straight up. Like Bitcoin and these other products that move up in a big way almost always have call skew. So the fact that they have put skew here and a higher probability to the downside, 4 points out of the money through August is really interesting. I think it speaks to the fear that is in this market today.
In a world where everybody's kind of focused on near-term stuff, 0 DTE, 1 DTE, for lack of a better phrase, get rich quick stuff, I think this is an example of something where you got to go further out, I think, to sort of get past all the noise that is currently around Bitcoin, which is very negative. It's very negative sentiment. I think you got to go further out. I think you have to go to August or maybe even Dece or maybe even Jan to put a position. I think it's better that way because then you're not as focused on the near term, which right now, it's not of interest overall, not just the trading, but again, we joke about this at times here around Tasty Live. We've done a lot of content around Bitcoin more recently, and the people aren't as interested, and understandably so, because it's just not moving in the way that tech stocks are. So I think you got to go further out on something like this, and maybe, in 6 months, people are a little bit more interested in Bitcoin again.
Yeah, 100%. And when you go out to December, you see your traditional call skew here, looking at the same exact strikes at 30, 38, $2.40 with against a $270 option to the upside. So seeing more call skew further out in time, which is really interesting. And I think to your point, I think it sets up different strategies. Like in SpaceX, I sold a put to buy a call, long-term call. I think if you're a believer that Bitcoin will eventually rally, and if it rallies quickly, you'll have call skew get infused more into this product, then that kind of strategy makes a ton of sense. But I think if you were to do it in August or September, any of these cycles where you can see put skew a little bit, you're actually getting a better setup where you're collecting more value for the short put. And if you wanted to swap this and buy this call, you're picking up a 20-cent credit. You have no risk in the middle, and you have this asymmetric risk reward profile to the upside while still picking up a credit. And your break even would be down just under 30, which is another 10% move to the downside from here. So I think that's really interesting, and that would really put you at like 55K in Bitcoin. But we're trading it. We're still active. IBIT is one of those products where we'll probably have a position on at all times just because of the premium and the price point. But yeah, let us know what you think in the YouTube comments below, and we'll see where Bitcoin goes. But we're still trading it. Really interesting to see the difference in the skews there.